first up to bat is Toast.
Why is it always me? What if I want to go
Because
third?
I would politely ask that you go first because I think we could probably wrap this up the quickest.
What do you mean?
You just have
That's an
so much to
insult to
say
my
about
show.
Etoile.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah, I do. All right. Since Fire always makes me go first, let's start. Let's what do they say? What do they say? Off to the races.
Off to the
Start
races.
your
What do they say?
engines.
Start.
Start your
Is
engine.
this how the entire review is gonna be? Just the jokes, the dad jokes here.
No, there's only one. Well, there's only like one dude in this show that's worthwhile to talk about. But yeah.
Okay.
So in the near future of the near future, they discovered a new energy source called something.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, this is my
It's
favorite part. Yeah, what is this energy source derived from?
yeah. So how many forms of energy do we have in the world currently?
Just one.
There's nuclear fusion, fission,
We do
geothermal,
not have. I do not believe we have fission energy.
uh,
Am I crazy?
water, hydroelectric, wind, and
Bro, we've had fission energy for the last 100 years. What do
Yeah. For
gun and
all
yeah
of the
and
years.
gunpowder. The forms of energy. All that's all the forms of energy, right?
Gunpowder.
That's all of them.
That's just that. I believe that would be combustion in general.
Oh,
Same principle.
I said geothermal. That counts anyway.
No.
So they made this new reactor that's called the Hybrid Performance Exceed Reactor, and it uses a new source. It's a new form of energy. Where do you think this energy is derived from?
Emotions.
There's one I haven't mentioned yet. You're close near.
What?
What's your guess, Spire?
The human soul.
That's close too.
Yeah, the indomitable will.
It is true.
That's close.
Yeah, in the human
Is,
soul.
is that your guess, Spire?
Yeah.
Incorrect. From fossil fuels.
What?
They
How's
broke
that
new
a news
ground.
source? Yeah.
That's why.
No, it was a new. It was a. It's a new form of energy. It's not an energy.
Derived
Yeah.
from fossil fuels, and it's like
Derived from fossil fuel.
What does that mean?
Hell
It's
yeah,
combustion
brother!
engine.
I said it's super leaded gasoline.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's like
exactly.
how do you derive a new source of energy from something that has an actual limited amount of use in the world? Like what? We got unlimited geothermal and wind energy, sure, right? Why would you want to use fossil fuels? It doesn't make any sense.
That's a good question.
And then like I compare, and then it's like, oh, these cars can only go up to 500 kilometers an hour, and I'm like, cool. Did
Okay.
you know that in F-Zero they use what hydrogen? They use mini nuclear reactors or hydrogen fuel cells or whatever. They go 1,000. So what's the deal with that, right? We already have nuclear power, so they suck. Anyway, so yeah, new energy, the new hyper reactor, and that's what's formed the new next racing circuit because these cars are powered by this hyper reactor and whatnot. And it's been 5 years, and there's an undisputed king of hyper. What is it called? Hyper racing, next racing, and he's called
Yeah.
king. But then the second place person is called queen, and those are the
It's kind
two
of sexist.
I guess
Yeah. What
two
if?
undisputed top racers in the world.
What if the
And
top one racer is a female and the number two is
no,
a
it's a
male?
dude. It's a dude called what's his name? Lorenzo Salvatore. Do you get it?
Damn.
Salvatore,
Yes, yes.
because that's a That sounds like a fancy Italian race car driver, does he not? Yeah, so and then the queen is Alice Summerwood, who is from America and has some wild colors. Here's a picture of Alice Summerwood. Fire, can you guess who her voice actor is? It's someone you know
Uh,
and love.
Lucky Sally, Fire's Eye.
No,
Who?
you
Who?
racist. That's not even close.
What?
It's Mizuki
Why is
Nana.
it racist? How would I guess that from
I, I
this
just said
picture?
I just said it's someone you know and love very well. How dare you?
I mean, there are a lot of voice actresses that I like, but yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I guess, I can actually kind of see that from the picture because it's like she does do like a more boyish voice, you these days. But
And then you have the rest of the cast who are virtually the main characters because there's like what we've got one, two, three, four, five. Yeah, then there's the five, I guess the five main girls who, despite being all from like other rival companies, no, they get along well just fine. There's no real, they don't get mad at each other. There's no real rivalry between them. Maybe because the top two racers are like so far ahead of them. So yeah, and whatnot. And
this is not is this a series about the characters or is it just like car trivia or like what the fuck is going on?
it's unfortunately not a racing series. It's a
Like girls
girls.
being like, how can I? Oh man, I'm so determined to race, but it's like that sort of drama
Oh,
stuff. Or
it's
like,
it's a cute girls doing cute things, but they have cars.
oh, okay,
It's that
okay,
kind of series.
all right,
Yeah. So the main character is this rookie called Rindo Rin, voiced
okay.
by Izumi Fuka, and she's a gamer. Apparently, she she's the top one racing gamer in the world, and then she was dragged into next racing somehow. I don't think it was explained very well why, but yeah. And in this world, these race cars also have AI, so kind of weird because some of the there's the main cast, but also in every race there's like one or two AI racing cars, and I don't know why they did that. I I surmised earlier that it's because all these characters have like memorable memorable like designs that they ran out of ideas for who else to have in like these 12 to 12 people races, so they just threw in two AI racers just for the fun of it and whatnot. It's weird. They're trying to promote this as like, oh, this is super advanced technology thanks to the hyper reactor, and there's a technology arms race in this series. So now even AI is involved in driving, and because of that, each team has their own AI driver or AI assistant. Some of them just have AI drivers though, and so
Okay.
Rin's AI is an AI named Ami, and can you guess her voice actor, Spire?
No,
If I say Mizuki Nana is one of the racers, who do you think one of the AI is? Voiced by.
like Lisa. Oh no, Lisa.
Oh, wow,
Who?
wow, Spire. Guy doesn't. You don't get the context clues at all. No, it's Yukari Tamura. It's weird.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
The duo's back
People did a
again.
lot of money for this
Yeah,
shit,
there's
huh?
there's
Okay.
quite a few. There's a lot of money in this. There's quite a few illustrious voice actors in there.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't know where I'm going with this. It's basically it's
It's
so
episodic. You said it was not less about the drama, more about the girls just driving cars. So I'll
uh,
guess it's a little bit more
is it
episodic, right?
episodic when they've go through it? This series has multiple seasons of racing, but it's pretty glossed over in a way.
Oh, okay. It's come more in the background than anything else. Okay.
Because yeah, so like there's races, but then they skip a few races and whatnot. So it's like, oh, this Rindo Rin's in this place, but then she's in this place in this next episode. But it's also, but then the next episode is, oh, the end of the season. So now we're gonna go to the next season, but we skip halfway through the racing season. So now we're at the latter half of another racing season. So it's kind of weird, which is why I say this series is not too much about the actual racing, but more of the girls and what they do stuff. So there's no fun racing trivia in this series. Maybe it's because it's a made-up racing sport. But yeah,
Uh,
the plot is all over the place. It's hard to really like place it anywhere. It's more of
Is it
oh,
episodic?
yeah. I'm guessing the storyline isn't as important as kind of just
it's
seeing
not. Yeah,
visuals
it's
of the
really not.
girls. Yeah, driving the cars. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's like, oh, here, Rin, we're training arc. You're gonna get better every race. I guess she gets better every race because the way this series starts off, it's pretty slow and bad. Like first episode race was super boring. It's like it was mostly the race like before Rin's debut as a racer, it was a race between like the king and queen and some other racers, and it was kind of boring to watch. But then once Rin stepped in, I believe in episode three, is it episode two or three? Episode two, it's when the actual racing started to get better and whatnot. But they make it a point in this series to show that while Rin is supposed to be the super prodigy, like gamer racer, she's not all that good as an actual racer. So there's a lot of this series that's Rin slowly getting better throughout the series, and it's a gradual slow burn to that.
Oh, okay.
Because you know the three episode rule we have, right? First episode
Yeah.
was about racing and it sucked, but two and three were better because they weren't about the racing and it was more about, oh, we're gonna introduce the characters and whatnot. So they were better, and I want to say the show finally picks up and starts to find its stride at episode five is when there's a good mix of actual racing and the characters. So the racing only gets good after episode five. That's what I'm gonna say about that.
Okay.
And like the racing part is okay. You you can tell from this series that it's all 3D, right? This is an all 3D series, right? It's
Yeah, 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 yeah.
the studio is Studio ACAT, which which did Chokado Girl. I like Chokado Girl, and that was a CG series, was it not?
Uh, yeah, yeah. Chocolate Girl was made by the same people as like the
Yeah,
frame
Frame
arm,
Arms Girls there. Yep,
yeah, and stuff like
I
that,
remember
right?
that one
Yeah.
too.
But it's all kind of the
Uh,
same line. Yeah, if I remember correctly.
I will say that the for the models, they've drastically improved. I would say
Models, which models of what?
the the models of the cars and the main characters are good. Everything else is
Okay.
bad, horridly bad.
Well, that's been sort of the standard shtick, not shtick, but like kind of how it kind of falls for a while now, right? Because usually with
Not
like
compared to
mechas
another
or like
series in this season that was full CG.
yeah, yeah, that's why I said standard, not 100%. But it's like the standard thing usually these days is like all the stuff like buildings or like specific objects or like mechas or cars or vehicles, stuff like that
The
are
see,
mostly okay.
the background NPCs, they're faceless, and when they have a face, it's really bland and generic
Yeah,
stuff
yeah, yeah. The problem
as
is
compared to
the
everyone
human
else.
elements. Yeah.
Yes. So, but if you're not part of the main cast, you don't look good at all. That's what I'm saying. Or a
You should at
car.
least be thankful. You should at least be thankful that the vehicles and the driving were okay, right? Because
Yeah,
that like
they're
in MF Ghost that didn't even happen, right?
they
It's
look good.
like
For
yeah.
what it is, they look good. And the main characters when they move, it's all
Mhm.
right, I guess. It's a way vastly better improvement compared to Frame Arms Girls and
Mhm.
Chocodo. So
I will
I
say
gotta
I
give
do
it that.
think I do think the general art style of this show is hideous. I think the way their hair is rendered and stuff like that is kind of
Sty-
nasty.
style, huh?
Yeah,
I think
I
that's
mean
a
Yeah,
it's
that's
definitely a
a
I
style they were
loose.
going for. Like the way the hair is rendered, like if you look at the show, that's definitely a intentional choice that they made with the character designs.
yeah.
Um,
I will say though, I
and
do like the
it just
character
looks like
designs.
shit.
I do like the character designs.
I mean, the character designs are okay, but the way that they're rendered is kind of
Yeah.
in my opinion, it's a bit uh like I don't want to be mean, but it's kind of an assault to the eyes, right? Like,
Mm.
just, I think the hair rendering is just not good.
But
But
I like the colors that they use for everyone. That's why I say they have good character designs and whatnot. Cars are okay, color coded. What else? I don't know. But if you don't know like what this is basically a This is a sponsorship series, and boy, are there a lot of sponsors in this series. Dark, do you have the picture of the
it's like
sponsors?
real F1.
I do not
Yeah,
have that pulled up now. I don't have that
you should
imported,
pull it
but
up.
yeah, there are like there are at least what were there on that page? Like
Like
8?
I want to say like 12, maybe 15, 12 to 20. Maybe 25. But yeah. So
There's
it's
30.
funny. I see VR. There's VR chat in here. There's Sega. There's Wacom. There's King Records, which is funny because if you get it, King Records, and the best race in the series is King, and all over his car is King Records. Get it? Get it?
Wow, that's called
But yeah,
branding.
yeah, cool
Yeah.
branding. And then like the light blue, one of the cars is light blue. I believe that's driven by what's her name? Let me find what's her name. Komachi Toa, who's voiced by Shiori Izawa. She's got Azur Lane stickers on her car. So it's fun seeing the cars and all their sponsors going on because this is a Yostar slash King Records collab thing. That's why they make this, and that's why there's all these sponsors on it. Oh, Good
Okay.
Smile Company's there too, which is cool. I don't remember which car had Good Smile on it, but the main character Rinda Rin, she's the Yostar car. Anyway, where am I going with this?
So I guess like overall pretty like
Overall, actually,
good.
the series is is a slow start. It's actually pretty. It's a slow start because it takes a couple episodes before it picks up, and
But I
the
feel like
plot
the pace
is.
isn't that fast even when it like after introducing all like the characters in the setting though, right? Because it's at the end of the day it's just the girls driving the cars, so I don't know how how much faster can that go because the
I
storyline
mean,
doesn't really have anywhere to go,
do
right?
you want to say the plot is slow when there's like multiple seasons of racing in this?
Y- Yeah. I don't
Yeah, bro. Cars going fast does not mean that there's plot happening.
I,
But yeah,
uh
it's a slow series. The
yeah.
racing, there's a lot of the racing in this, but it's not the main
Is there
focus
like
of the
is it just
series.
like action or is there trivia or like what's going
No,
on
there's
with
no
that
trivia.
part of
It's
it?
mostly action. It's like, oh,
Okay.
like when when Rin gets better throughout the series, there's a lot more technical stuff because when Rin races, like everyone in their cars have this AI thing, right? Rin's Rin's AI, Ami, voiced by Yukari Tamura. is because Rin is so experienced, her AI is somehow more advanced than the rest in a way. Maybe because it's a special AI that
Mhm.
it's giving her tips to how to get better through the races, and it's you see her actively improve her standings because of it. So by that way, I'm saying that the Yukari Tamura AI is the best character in the series by far. So yeah, it's w- the racing gets better the longer the series goes on. That's why
Yeah, okay. What do you mean by better? As in, like the
it's
pacing
more
is better, or like the animation is better, or what?
it's it used as how do I put this? As written gets better, there's more technical stuff into the aspects. Like, hey, you gotta boost
Oh,
at
they
this
like
part.
have
You
more
got
trivia and stuff like that.
yeah, it's like
Yeah,
you
yeah.
gotta accelerate at this corner, and then
Okay,
it's
okay,
like oh
okay.
the races become more exciting because
That's pretty cool though, actually.
yeah,
Yeah.
the races become more exciting as written gets better because there's more overtaking from there and whatnot.
Hmm.
And oh yeah, they have a boost mechanic. It's called what is it? What was it called? Revolve Evo or something?
Hmm.
Evolve Evo, and it's a boost. It's a cool boost, and they fire this. They pull a trigger, and this revolves their hyper engine or whatnot, and they get a boost. So yeah, and whatnot. I guess that's the main mechanic to the racing when you gotta use your boost. But yeah,
Yeah.
racing gets better the longer the series goes on, but at the beginning it's pretty ass. Well, I gotta say.
Yeah. I also want to point out, again, Mizuki Nana, she often does this, but she tends to both sing an opening for for this anime series that she also has like a voice acting role in oftentimes. This is no exception. She did Adrenalized, which is the name of the opening for this. The diction is quite difficult if you listen to the song, but like overall, the level of just like singing and vocal cord strain that's required isn't as strenuous as it is in say Pacific Gear stuff, which is a good thing because she's not freaking 20 years old anymore. She is much older. And so it's better for her not to strain her vocal cords, but it is still very cool, and you guys should check it out. Um, it's not like exterminate levels of wow, like this is ridiculous, but it is still quite good.
How many times has Mizuki Nada played a? Is she? Would you call her a gyaro, even though she's American in this series? I don't, because she uses a lot
I
of
don't know.
English, random
No,
English.
I don't know
Wow,
if it's Gato. I
fantastic!
think it's more just it's just
Americanized
American. Yeah, the
Japanese.
American stereotype kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
But I don't know. I don't think she's played that many of those sorts of roles. She tends to play pretty like straight laced and or like boyish kind of roles, to be honest.
No, plays an American in this series.
Yeah.
Fair. Also,
But yeah.
I should mention because it's Marina Inoue. Marina Inoue's in this series too, and she's Rindo Rin's coach. Pretty cool.
Mhm. All right.
And Yui Horie is in there too, I believe,
Yeah.
as the blonde girl. Yeah, well, I haven't mentioned the five main characters. So there's Rindo Rin, voiced by Izumi Fuka. There's Asakawa Kanata, which is Hikasa Yoko, and then Hikasa Yoko character Kanata and her other person in the same sponsor is Komachi Toa, voiced by Shiori Izawa. Yeah, there's a lot of names in here.
Yeah. It's a
Liu
pretty solid.
Yoran, Ayaka Suwa, uh, Sophia B. Tokito. That's the Yui Horie character. Mizuki Nana is Summerwood Alice. And then who else is notable? Yurie Funato is Hikari, and then Uchida Shu is Akari, and they make this idol group, I guess, in the idol group slash race queens of the series. But Hikari is also Rindo Rin's friend slash, I believe, manager. I guess trainer, manager, sure. So yeah, bunch of big names in this series overall.
Mhm.
What else? Yeah, this series is rated 4.85 on Mall, and I get why. Because,
Yeah.
like I said, it's pretty. The first
Dragging.
couple episodes are pretty bad, and it doesn't
Okay.
know where it's going, and and the first couple of races is pretty boring.
Okay.
The characters are pretty shallow in a way. Like they aren't really that well developed until like much later in the series. And by that time no one is watching it because the first race is supposed to be a racing anime, right? But the races in the first couple episodes are really boring. So probably turn a lot of people
Yeah.
off. But they did get better over the course of the series. I'm 11 episodes in, and they did get better. They're more exciting because they started to like they say in like the first couple episodes. The top two spots are basically the king and the queen. So let's look at the other spots. The more exciting race is happening back there. So yeah,
Okay. Well, a
I
little bit unfortunate
overall
that at the beginning it faltered a little bit, but
I should mention that I can't believe I didn't mention this yet, but Rindo Rin's grandma owns a monjayaki shop. Whenever they take characters in their monjayaki shop, they play the same footage of monja cooking. And and I asked Nier and uh, Dark about this, but we're fairly certain it's a real footage, just with the filters over it.
Yeah.
And they play the same. Play the same footage like 3 or 4 times, and you
yeah.
can tell it's the same footage because it's the same footage.
Bro, we
And like,
can't afford that much Mojayaki footage.
so
We
yeah,
gotta we gotta
they
just
pull
have
a
one,
Dragon's
the stock
Dogma
photo.
of
Yeah.
like, oh, it's easier just to film it
Yeah.
instead of making a thing.
Okay.
But yeah, despite all that, the series, like I said, it takes a long time to get good, but the series gets better over time. So I'm not gonna say it's a 4.85. I will give this series a 9.
What the
9?
fuck are
Yeah,
you
okay.
talking about?
Yeah,
What?
okay. Yeah, sure, man.
6.9, I
Yeah, okay.
guess.
Oh, 6.9.
6.9? Okay. I thought
6.9.
you
Okay,
said
I
Still
was
pretty
like
9. I
high,
was
but
like, what?
sure.
I was about to say, I was about to lose it.
So,
What
so
is?
his
Yeah,
scoring system
6.9
about to
is
turn
definitely
into
reasonable.
you either get a 9 or a 10.
Yeah.
It's like I mean, I, I like I like the funny sponsorships, like plastered all over it. I like the character models, and the racing does get better, but the characters are so kind of bland and one note. Like the King Lorenzo, oh, he's cool, I guess. And then Yukari Tamura's voice actor, she's cool too. Rin's cool. He's a gamer. And then Rin's friends, they're cool too. One of them likes training. One of them is kind of lolly-ish. One of them's an Ojo-sama type because she looks at
Okay.
makeup. Uh, Marina Inoue's cool because she's the manager. One of them's one of them's Liu Yoran. Cool. She's got white hair. That's cool. Akari and Hikari are green and pink. So, they're kind of Vocaloidish. Like I said, it's pretty flat. None of them are really that funny. The only one with a sense of humor is Ami, which is, of course, Yukari Tamura's AI. But when you make the AI, Is this why they have the AI so prevalent in this series? Because the AI is the best character? Those
No,
goddamn
I wouldn't know.
AI racers. But no, the real racer is the AI, Windows AI. I don't know where I'm going with this.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
let's kind of yeah.
So yeah, 6 1
So
out of 10. I want to say I don't recommend it unless you turn your brain off and be like, hey, cool sponsors. There's nothing really like thought provoking or like anything that makes this seem worthwhile. But if you
yeah.
turn your brain off, I guess it's a good watch.
I guess the biggest thing about it is like obviously, I think people are ready to turn their brain off when approaching a series like this. But probably what was killing it was a combination of that and again the faltering. I want to say plotting pace at the beginning was that's probably a little bit too much of a hit. I think probably so
Also,
unfortunate.
also the CG might
Yeah,
throw
yeah,
some
yeah, yeah,
people
and the
off
siege too.
because
Yeah,
Studio 8 Cat. But like I said, I liked Frame Arms Girl. I liked Chocodo, and what was the other one? LBX Girls. That was
yes,
also
yes, yes, yes,
like
yes.
those are all series I watched. I didn't know that. I didn't even realize this was the same studio until now. Did
Hmm.
I cover Tamayomi? I see this here too.
I
That's the baseball ones with the thick thighs,
Tamayomi,
right?
I think I might have covered it.
Did you
I
cover
think
that?
I am. Yeah, I might have covered it, but it wasn't particularly good. I
Also,
think.
what else? Also, they pulled in Amuro's voice actor in here too as the narrator.
No,
That's yeah, Toru
that's
Furuya. That's weird.
yeah.
There's a lot of money
He
in this, but
yeah
I don't think it went well in here.
yeah. Unfortunate,
Do
but
you want me to
you know,
talk about the
that's sometimes how
director
these
though?
things goes.
The
Who
director
what
is
else did he direct?
Keitaro Motonaga, which directed my favorite anime of all time, Date Alive, 1, 2, 3,
Wow,
4,
truly
5, 6, 7.
prestigious.
Or no, just Date Alive 1, 2, and 3. So I guess the best seasons of Date Alive.
But yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's wrap it up.
So yeah,
Thank you
I
very
don't recommend it unless you turn your brain off. It's not a good racing series. It's not even a good girls doing stuff series.
much.
Cool designs though.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you very much, Toast, for helping to cover High School Étoile. I believe this is an anime
High
original,
school,
right?
high
High
speed.
speed
Excuse me,
etoile,
High Speed.
buddy.
High Speed Étoile. I have had too much
No, it's not
anime that
your.
have
Yeah,
also
too
high
many.
school in the very name. Yeah.
That's for the high school DxD
Fucking.
crossover, dude.
Yeah, High School Fleet slash High School DxD DD crossover. But yeah, this is an anime original, right, Toast?
Yes. Is
Yes.
it not?
So
Because
it is an
because
anime.
it's got all these sponsorships and there's no game involved in this.
Yeah.
Uh,
This is an anime original. Who is it done by?
Studio ACAT.
Yeah, AHIP. So please, I guess. I mean, it's a little bit unfortunate, but you know that it did turn out the way that it did. But you know,
Oh yeah,
it is
because
what it is.
funnily enough, one of the announcer girl in this series looks like someone straight out of, I want to say, Bang Dream or Love Live. Like
Yeah, the
did they steal?
designs also look very yeah.
But it's only that specific person in this entire series, and it's like the other main characters, they look unique, but then there's this, who's this Love Live slash Bang Dream character as an announcer? It's weird. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
Good series.
Anyways,
What did I rate it?
yeah. You rated
Six
6.9.
point
I also
nine.
didn't recommend it.
Yeah, that
You also
uh,
didn't recommend it,
Six
but
point nine.
yeah,
The
that's
series
correct.
fucking sucks.
yeah. But anyways, thank you very
Uh,
much, Toast. That
Damn, I
was
can't believe this series is rated worse than Chocodo Girls, even though it has more money.
yeah. This series is called High Speed Étoile. So yeah, thank you very much, Toast.